James chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. And we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vaporous that appear for a little time and then vanish away. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. So James tells us here in James chapter 4, verses 13 through 15, James tells us, today or tomorrow, he said, go ye to say, today or tomorrow, we will go in to such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Then he said, where ye, we know not what we shall be on tomorrow. For what is life? It is even vapors that appears for a little time and then vanish away. So James tells us here that life is but a vapor. Let's think about that. A vapor. You know, you blow on the window, this vapor comes up on the window, and then it goes away really fast. It goes away really fast when you think about it. James kind of describes life as being just that. Just that. And so, verse 15, he said, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. I'm going to tell you, life without God's presence is empty. It's very, very empty. Life without the Lord's presence. Doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what things you have, what position you have. None of that stuff matters. And when it's all said and done, we must know the Lord. We must have a relationship with Him. And then these things, they serve a purpose, but it will be different. It's something about when you have the Lord in something and when you don't have Him in it. You know, we read in Ecclesiastes where Solomon had it all. He could do whatever he wanted to do. But then, after he had done all that he wanted to do, Solomon ended up being a depressed man. We must, we must have God in everything that we do. Because we don't know when our end is. You know, it's tragic and it's sad, you know, when you see people pass away and things happen that they didn't know that, you know, they woke up, it was just any other day. They got up and they decided that, you know, whether it was going to work or whatever they were going to do that day, but that day was going to be their last day on this earth. We don't know. This is something we don't want to think about. We don't want to talk about. We don't want to have conversation about. We just live our lives and we just go day to day. And it's very sad. But James tells us life is a vapor. It's a vapor. We here today, we gone tomorrow. He said, "For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or do that." If the Lord will, because ultimately it's up to God. Ultimately, it's up to God. You know, when I come on here and I do these, I don't, I'm not expecting likes, subscriptions, or anything like that. You know, when you do things from the heart, whatever happens is going to happen. And so, but yeah, we should think about that. Life is but a vapor. We're here today and gone tomorrow. Then what? Our big houses, our big bank accounts, our jobs where we're making six figures or more, all these things. Then what? Then what? I sit here now. You can't see. I see a squirrel. It's a squirrel out there walking around. I don't know what he's just birds. I see the birds. I see the squirrels. Life is but a vapor. You best believe it. One more day, one more step, and you for myself. And when you cannot see, ooh, trust my plan. I'm the Lord, I see you, and yes, I understand. God understand. He understand all that we go through down here on this earth. He understands. One more day, one more step, and you for myself. And when you cannot see, ooh, trust my plan. I'm the Lord, I see you, and yes, I understand. You gotta wake up, y'all. Really do. Yep. I just wanted to share that verse. James chapter. Life is but a vapor. Go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city, continue a year and buy and sell and get gain. It's talking about a person who would go into such a city and continue there. And talking about and what they're going to do, not even considering the Lord's plan. Whereas ye know not what ye be on tomorrow. For what for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this. I can't say it no better than how James said it. James. Life is but a vapor. That's the takeaway from those 3 verses in James. It's just a vapor.